Today we discuss graphs of the quadratic equation. Graphs. First of all, you know the standard form of the parabola. So, what is standard form of the parabola? Standard form of a parabola nothing but standard form of parabola is equal to y square is equal to 4ax. Of this parabola, vertex nothing but 0, 0, 0, 0. Shape of the parabola y square is equal to 4ax, it is nothing but like this. Symmetric with respect to x axis. This is called vertex of the parabola. Vertex A nothing but 0, 0. Next, equation of the parabola, having vertex h comma k. Having vertex h comma k is y minus k whole square is equal to 4a into x minus h. Next, there is another standard form of the parabola x square is equal to 4ay. Standard form of another parabola nothing but x square is equal to 4ay or 4by. Having vertex a 0, 0. The shape of the parabola nothing but like this. Symmetric with respect to y-axis. When vertex A h comma k, then equation of parabola, it is nothing but x minus h whole square is equal to 4a into y minus k. X minus h whole square is equal to 4a into y minus k. These are the shape parabolas. What is difference between x square is equal to 4ay and x minus h whole square is equal to 4a into y minus k means here vertex is origin, here vertex is h comma k, means in this parabola vertex is shifted to h comma k, then x minus h whole square is equal to 4a into y minus k. So, these are the parabolas. What is relation between parabola and quadratic equation? Now, let us consider a quadratic equation. Let the quadratic equation or expression. The quadratic expression will be considered as y. Y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. Condition a not equal to 0. Is it represents parabola or not? We have to let us check. So, now we can simplify that expression y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. Let us take out a will be common. When a will be common, it becomes to x square plus b by a into x plus c by a. Now, x square plus b by a into x plus c by a, it make it into perfect square. So, what is perfect square? Perfect square, it is nothing but either a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. A plus b whole square is nothing but a square plus 2ab plus b square. A minus b whole square nothing but a square minus 2ab plus b square. So, just for the sake of our convenience, x square as a square means x of whole square plus The next commencing term either plus 2ab or minus 2ab. So here it is plus. So arrange 2 here, 2 into b by 2a into x plus. Here a square plus 2a, the remaining term b by 2a assumed as b. This is converted into a plus b whole square. We are adding and subtracting its b square term, means b by 2a whole square adding minus b by 2a whole square subtracting. Already there is a term c by a. And now y is equal to a times of the first 3 terms. It is in the form a square plus b square plus 2ab. I can write x plus b by 2a whole square. And what are the remaining terms? Minus b square by 4a square plus c by a. So I can write plus c by a minus b square divided by 4a square. Of a and 4a square, LCM should be 4a square. Let us take LCM. It becomes to 4ac minus b square divided by 4a square. So that implies y is equal to a into x plus b by 2a whole square plus 4ac minus b square divided by 4a square. We are multiply with a. Then it becomes to what? Y is equal to a times of x plus b by 2a whole square plus 1 time a getting cancelled. 4ac minus b square I can write simply minus delta divided by 4a. Already we know that the value of delta, it is nothing but b square minus 4ac. Then 4ac minus b square nothing but minus delta. Minus delta taken into LHS side, then it becomes to what? Y minus of minus delta by 4a is equal to a times of x plus b by 2a whole square. Now a cross multiply. After cross multiplication, what we get? X plus b by 2a whole square. X plus b by 2a whole square, x plus b by 2a whole square is equal to 1 by a into y minus of minus delta divided by 4a. Let us observe, it is in the form x minus h whole square is equal to 4a into y minus k. Now I can write this one as x minus of minus b by 2a whole square is equal to 1 by a into y minus of minus delta by 4a. It is in the form x minus h whole square is equal to 4a into y minus k. What we know that this is a parabola. This is a parabola having vertex h comma k. So here relate x, compare with this one, instead of h is equal to minus b by 2a, k is equal to minus delta by 4a. So our clear observation, the given quadratic equation y represents a parabola. So y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c represents a parabola, having vertex capital A. It is nothing but h comma k. Instead of h nothing but minus b by 2a, k nothing but minus delta by 4a. So keep in your mind, any quadratic equation or expression represents a parabola. Without expanding ax square plus bx plus c, what is vertex? Vertex of the parabola nothing but minus b by 2a comma minus delta by 4a. So our assumption clear cut, quadratic is a parabola. Now we discuss graphs of quadratic equation or expression. Y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c represents a parabola, clear, and a not equal to 0. So, let given quadratic expression taken as y, where y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, condition a not equal to 0 represents a parabola. Now, we discuss graphs of the quadratic expression. To frame the quadratic expression graph, check the sign of A. Check the sign of A. Here, A nothing but leading coefficient. Sign means either positive or negative. Now, if it is positive, if it is negative, what is the shape of the quadratic expression? If A greater than 0, the shape of the parabola or the shape of the quadratic expression, if A greater than 0, the shape of the parabola or quadratic expression nothing but like that. So, it is called open upwards. If A greater than 0, y is equal to x square plus bx plus c, it is a parabola, shape of the parabola is like this. Next, point number 2, if A less than 0, leading coefficient negative. If leading coefficient negative, the curve mandatory open downwards. Open downwards. So, it is clear, any quadratic either open upwards or open downwards. These are depending upon sign of the quadratic expression. If A greater than 0, if A less than 0, these are the shapes. Next, after conclusion, now check whether the curve intersects the x-axis or not. If intersects the x-axis, already we know that it has real rods. It does not intersect the x-axis means it has imaginary rods. Now, come to second point. The second point nothing but the curve intersects or does not intersect. Come to second point. Check whether the curve cuts x-axis or not. Now, consider one point. What is that point? For the respective quadratic expression, there are two roots. Consider as alpha and beta, for example. If A greater than 0, if A greater than 0, clear, the curve nothing but open upwards. And delta greater than 0, what we know that delta greater than 0? Delta greater than 0, it is nothing but real and distinct rods. Real and distinct rods means the shape of the curve nothing but like this. A greater than 0, open upwards, and this is nothing but x-axis. X-axis. This curve cuts the x-axis at two distinct points named as alpha, and this is nothing but beta. Alpha and beta are different, so delta greater than 0. So, this is point 1, sub point 1. Come to second sub point. If A less than 0, if A less than 0 and delta greater than 0. Same model, but leading coefficient sign changes. If A less than 0, we know that the curve position open downwards, and delta greater than 0, real and distinct. So, real roots means the curve mandatory cuts the x-axis. Now, the shape of the curve nothing but like this, open downwards, and it cuts the x-axis. So, this is x-axis, this is different roots alpha and beta. If they are different, delta greater than 0, A less than 0, open downwards. This is one point. Now, come to another point. What about another point? If A greater than 0, if A greater than 0, if A greater than 0 and delta is equal to 0. If A greater than 0, delta is equal to 0 means A greater than 0, curve nothing but open upwards. Delta is equal to 0 means equal roots. Equal roots means alpha is equal to beta. When two roots are equal means the curve position touches the x-axis. So, the shape of the curve nothing but like this, open upwards, and the curve touches the x-axis. So, this is x-axis. Here this common points alpha is equal to beta. When A greater than 0, shape of the curve x square plus bx plus c nothing but this one. And if A less than 0, if A less than 0 and delta is equal to 0, if A less than 0 and delta is equal to 0, A less than 0 means nothing but open downwards, delta is equal to 0 nothing but equal roots. So, clear, shape of the curve nothing but like this, this is nothing but x-axis. Now, roots are coincide, alpha is equal to beta, open downwards. So, when A less than 0, delta is equal to 0, when A greater than 0, delta is equal to 0, shapes are like this. Next, come to another one. If A greater than 0 and delta less than 0, if A greater than 0, if A greater than 0 and delta less than 0. A greater than 0 means the shape of the curve nothing but open upwards. Delta less than 0 means imaginary roots. That means it doesn't having real roots. If it has real roots, it intersects. If it does not having real roots means it does not touches the or intersects the x-axis. The shape of the curve like this, open upwards, this is nothing but x-axis. Neither intersect nor touches, neither intersect nor touches means completely above the x-axis, open upwards, the shape of the curve nothing but like this. Next, if A less than 0, if A less than 0 and delta less than 0, the shape of the curve nothing but like this. This is x-axis and this is position of the curve. A negative, A less than 0, open downwards, delta less than 0, it does not intersect or touches the x-axis. So, this is the shapes of the parabola y is equal to x square plus bx plus c. I can revise these three conditions in general way. Now, A greater than 0, A greater than 0, A greater than 0 and delta greater than 0, shape nothing but like this. Next, A less than 0 and delta greater than 0, A less than 0 and delta greater than 0, these are the shapes. Next, come to another one. A greater than 0 and delta is equal to 0, the shape nothing but like this. Next, if A less than 0 and delta is equal to 0, the shape nothing but like this. Next, come to third one. if a greater than 0 and delta less than 0, the shape of the curve nothing but completely lies above the x-axis, and if a less than 0 and delta less than 0, the shape of the curve nothing but completely downwards. These are the contents. Check whether the curve cuts the x-axis or not. Okay. Now 2 points are completed. Point 1, check the sign of A. Check the sign of leading coefficient. Point 2, nothing but whether the curve cuts the x-axis or not. Next, come to third one. The curve is means it is symmetric about. Symmetric about which line? Now, third point, symmetric about means, for example, if you consider y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, it represents a parabola. Of the parabola, we know that y minus of delta divided by 4a is equal to a times of x plus b by 2a whole square. Already we know that. Again we can write this one as x minus of minus b by 2a whole square is equal to 1 by a times of y minus of minus delta divided by 4a. So clear it is a parabola. Of the parabola, what we know that vertex, its vertex nothing but capital A is equal to minus b by 2a comma minus delta by 4a. Whenever we know the vertex of the parabola, we can find symmetric about the line. Now consider a graph. Y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c when a greater than 0. If a greater than 0, we know that the shape of the graph nothing but open upwards, this one, and delta greater than 0. If you consider delta greater than 0, it has two distinct rods. One is alpha, another is beta. So this is nothing but vertex of the parabola. So vertex of the parabola nothing but capital A is equal to minus b by 2a comma minus delta divided by 4a. So now indirectly it is nothing but x is equal to minus b by 2a. X is equal to constant. X is equal to constant is a line. It represents what? Parallel to y-axis. X is equal to constant or x is equal to h. It represents a line. It represents a line parallel to y-axis. So x is equal to minus b by 2a. This is the line. So this is line clearly parallel to y-axis. At x is equal to minus b by 2a, let us observe the graph. It is symmetric with respect to x is equal to minus b by 2a. Reason means symmetric means with respect to this curve, this shaded area and this shaded area are equal. That's why with respect to x is equal to minus b by 2a, the curve is symmetric. So if a greater than 0 and delta greater than 0 at x is equal to minus b by 2a, x is equal to minus b by 2a, the curve, the curve y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c is symmetric, is symmetric. This is point number 4. Next, come to another point, fourth point, where the curve crosses the y-axis, where the curve, where it crosses y-axis. We have to calculate the curve crosses y-axis at what point. Now we know that, y, what is y? Ax square plus bx plus c. What we need in this step, where it crosses y-axis. Now consider a greater than 0 and delta greater than 0, or whatever it may be, equal rows. Now this is nothing but open upwards. Let us consider this is y-axis. Y-axis crosses the, at where we have to calculate. So indirectly it is a point on y-axis. It is a point on y-axis. The point on y-axis nothing but x component is equal to 0. So now in this polynomial, replace x by 0. A into 0 plus b into 0 plus c. So y is equal to c. So this is the point 0 comma c. So in your mind, where it crosses y-axis, where it crosses y-axis mean the curve y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c crosses y-axis, at what point means 0 comma c. It is a point on the parabola. Now come to a small question. What is that question means? Here there is one example we can consider. What are the signs of A, B, C, D from the graph of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a not equal to 0. Consider ax square plus bx plus c as y, for example. So y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c such that a not equal to 0. What we want in this problem? Signs of a, b, c, d. Here what is a? Leading coefficient. What is b? Linear term, coefficient of linear term. And c nothing but constant term. What is nothing but capital D? It's a discriminant. So how to calculate a, b, c, d, their signs? From the graph it is clear. Graph should be open downwards. So it is open downwards. Open downwards means a negative, a less than 0. So clear, one point is known that a should be negative. And observe, the curve crosses the x-axis. The curve crosses the x-axis at two distinct points. At two distinct points. It cuts the x-axis. It cuts the x-axis at two distinct points. At two distinct points implies delta mandatory greater than 0. So delta greater than 0 means capital D positive, where capital D nothing but discriminant. Discriminant means here indication capital D. So capital D greater than 0. Next, come to another one. We know that in this graph, this is nothing but vertex of the parabola. So here what is vertex of the parabola? Vertex of the parabola, it is nothing but capital A. capital A is nothing but minus b by 2a comma minus delta by 4a, minus delta by 4a. And observe this point above the x-axis. Above the x-axis means mandatory it is positive. So therefore, here x is equal to minus b by 2a. Here vertex capital A is equal to minus b by 2a comma minus delta by 4a, such that what we know that a minus b by 2a is greater than 0. Just a simple observation. What is our conclusion? A negative. A negative means 2 into a negative. But minus b by 2a becomes to positive. When one ratio becomes to positive means their numerator and denominator having same sign. That means here 2a is negative. 2a is negative. Negative means less than 0. Implies and implied in your mind minus b mandatory negative. Minus b mandatory negative means b must be positive. If and only if b must be positive. If it is positive, positive into negative, negative. So negative by negative becomes to positive. So what we know that b is greater than 0. And next what we want? Position of C. What is position of C? Position of C, how to get? What we know that this one it is nothing but the curve crosses the y-axis. Where the curve crosses the y-axis means crosses the y-axis means let us keep them x by 0. So it is a into 0, b into 0, it is nothing but 0 comma c. What is our conclusion? It is completely less below the x-axis. Below the x-axis means the point mandatory negative. So therefore 0 comma c, the curve crosses y-axis at the point 0 comma c, but it lies below the x-axis. Below the x-axis implies c mandatory negative. So what are the signs of A, B, C, D? A negative. What else? What about B? B positive. What about C? Negative. What about capital D? Capital D nothing but discriminant. D is greater than 0. So for the respective problem, using given graph, the signs of A, B, C, D are like that.